Cuando escuchamos la palabra geek, hay quienes lo asociamos con videojuegos, cómics o animación japonesa. Sin embargo, esta palabra abarca muchas otras cosas, desde coleccionismo, música y hasta tecnología. En este episodio de International Talk Time descubriremos qué tan geek son nuestros profes de American Schoolway. ¿Quieres averiguarlo? A partir de ahora, todo será en inglés. Disfrútalo.
Hi, and welcome to this new episode of International Talk Time with American Schoolway. Today, we have three different guests, special guests. They're teachers. So, guys, we need to introduce yourselves and, well, tell us the branch you are from.
Okay, perfect. So, hi guys, my name is Federico Aguilar. I'm from Bogota, from here, Colombia, and I'm from Toerin branch.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Diego Ramirez. I'm from Diver Plaza branch, and I'm Colombian.
Right.
Hello guys, my name is Wizard Mesa and I'm a teacher at Restrepo branch, and thank you for having us.
Great. Thank you so much. And, so this conversation has to do with being geek. But, being geek is a huge word. So tell me, do you play video games or something?
Okay, so yeah, I would say I'm a video game player. I'm not a hardcore video game player, I should say. I play just the classics, FIFA, Call of Duty, probably sometimes Halo and things like that, but I wouldn't consider myself a geek. I think that I require a bit more of something to be called a geek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about that later, or should I?
Sure. Actually, the idea is to talk about this because there are some misinterpretations or some misconceptions about what being geek is.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
So what do you think about this? What about being geek?
Yeah, so my opinion, geek, when I hear the word, I imagine a bunch of things that all fall in the same category.
Mm-hmm.
Like people who like Comic-Con, to cosplay, to read comics, to watch anime, things like that. But I wouldn't say I fall in that category. But I'm still when I'm interested in a subject, I dig deep into it. I love to do that. And I think that's geek in some way.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I don't know what you think.
My thoughts on that, I will say that being geek is not only being into those things that you mentioned before, like video games, anime, movies. Even if I am a lover of some sagas like Star Wars, so I'm a lover of Star Wars. Yeah, but I'm not really into so very deep into Star Wars. But I think there are other things that we can consider you are geek about. For example, your work, your studies, for example, interests like food. So it could be different things, and not only related to pop culture, something like that.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about you?
Well, in my opinion, to be a geek is like to be obsessed with something,
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's say I consider myself to be a big fan of music. I like music history. But when you are a geek, I mean, it's a lifestyle, I think, okay? So it's like everything around you takes part of what you love, which is something like video games, anime, comics, and stuff like that, okay? So, yeah, I consider it to be a lifestyle.
Okay, great. Now, when it comes to being geek, some people think, truly young people, they think that people in their 30s are not doing this stuff. They think it's only for young people.
Mm-hmm.
So they think that people in their 30s, they prefer, they need to do some other stuff instead of playing video games or instead of having another hobby like comics or something like that. What's your stance on it?
Okay, so, well, I think that being a geek has changed a bit with the years, with time. Like 20 years ago, the 30s, people that were in their 30s they were born in the 80s, I think. Well, in the 2000s, let's say, 70s, 80s. And they were music geeks, I would say. They listen to Guns N' Roses and things like that, yeah? But now, I'm in my 30s, I'm 30 years old, and I grew up with a computer, so I feel that I'm still in that category of being able to like flow in that world of comics, anime, video games, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
In my case, being 32, so I'm a person who tries not to be so deep into topics, movies, maybe into music, or maybe into other topics like, for example, I consider myself as a geek about languages. For example, when I started to learn English, I tried to go deep, so to be deeper, and also that I started to get, and maybe start learning another language, a third language. I'm learning Turkish. So, and people will say, why do you want to learn Turkish? Yes, because I love it. I love the language and it's so different. And I think that I'm not such a geek, but I'm really into those things.
yeah, actually, I remember that when I was younger, I tried to practice Turkish. The only thing that I know in Turkish is like, biraz hastayım. It's like, I'm a little bit sick. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you're good at that. You're good at it. Great. What about you?
Harika. It's wonderful in Turkish.
Well, as I see it, it is something generational, and I think that every generation is like more open-minded, you know. If I think about well, actually I'm 34 years old. If I think about someone who was in their 30s like 20 years ago, it was something different, you know. Like, you are supposed to be like an adult, but how people see it like 20 years ago, like the formal, yeah, like you can like have fun as people do. So I consider that now to be a geek is easier. Yeah, it's like people are more open to pop culture, you know, like Japanese culture, European culture, and actually you can build yourself like taking, you know, like some concepts, ideas from different cultures. And I think like to be a geek right now is cool, you know. It's like everyone has like a passion, you know. So I see it in that way. It's like something that moves you, you know, like something motivational for yourself.
That's true. Totally agree. Now, speaking of these young people, what do you think these young people can learn from you, guys?
Well, I consider myself, let's say, like a music addict, and I love talking about music. I love to discover new music. I like to talk to students about music, to ask them what they like. So for me, that's, you know, like a 24-hour topic. So I love it.
Okay. What about you? What can they learn from you?
As I said before, maybe learning about languages. Also, let's say that I'm a little passionate about geography. So when I was a toddler, I used to know all the capital cities around the world. Now, so my memory has vanished, and but I remember most of the capital cities. Also, I know a lot about geographical places. When I teach about geography, I see that I feel passionate about those lessons when I teach geography. So it's interesting.
So what's the capital of Mongolia?
Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar.
Nice, very good.
Good. Yeah, in my opinion, your question was like, how can we teach it to our students as English teachers, or to people
What can
in
they
general?
learn from you?
The students. Yeah, cool. So yeah, I don't know. I always try to push students to be very curious. I think that being a geek is fueled by our curiosity. It's not going to be fueled by obligation or by reading or by studying. You know, you need that, like that intrinsic curiosity in your heart, you know? So I'm always pushing my students. And as Wizard said, I ask them to be, like to tell me what are their passions. I always ask them like, what's your passion? What is it? And they always say, no, I don't have a passion. And I keep asking like, what do you like to do? Like when you wake up, what do you like to look in your phone or on TikTok or whatever, and they always answer something. And I dig deeper, and I realize that everyone has that kind of passion. As niche as the topic is, it's very interesting to see someone interested in something. I had a student that was interested in mycelium, which is like a fungi and things like that. And I was like, wow, tell me more, you know? Like, I'm not interested in that per se, but I'm still like, wow, you know? Cool. That's, people have passions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Now, you know, probably people in their 30s and their 20s, in some cases, like geek people, I consider myself a geek. Some of them are very shy and they try not to show everybody that they are a geek because probably the rest of people judge them, right? So they prefer not to tell anyone, right? To reserve these hobbies for themselves. What could be your message to them?
So I will say that follow your passions. So we know that there's still like a misconception, as you said, that geek people is like nerds, people who have no idea about social skills, and that misconception is still spreading throughout the society. So my advice is to follow your dreams, follow your likes, the things that you love, and try not to care about the opinion of others.
Yeah, right.
I agree. I think that you shouldn't care about the opinion of others. It's easy to say, but hard to do, you know? Like when you go out on the street, it's like, nah, I'm not gonna care about it. And 2 minutes later, you're like, ooh, is my hair okay? Like, am I walking straight? Am I acting like a normal human being? Like that, I think that people worry about that intrinsically. Like, you have to worry about that. But at the same time, be conscious about not following a life that someone else imparted on you, you know, like just follow what you want to do. And I think that's a good advice. A bit cliche, but I think it's good.
It worked. Right.
Well, I totally agree with that, and I think that like to be a geek is like to be self-motivated, you know, like when you have a passion, when you love something, it's like people's opinion doesn't matter. It's like something that is like as personal as you want it, and it can be deeply important for you. So I consider like to be a geek is like to be full of passion, you know.
Yeah, that's the idea, to feel passionate and, well, try not to be shy, right? Be yourself and show your emotions, show yourself to people, right? So guys, this is it for today. Thank you
so much for having us. It was amazing.
It's awesome.
Enjoy it.
Great. And you, stay tuned for another episode of this International Talk Time.